Good morning, Dr. Yo. I'm Sin Lu. Today, I would like to discuss about semiconductor. Why are they important? Factor that cause global semiconductor chip shortage and also method to stabilize the global semiconductor supply chain. So what are the semiconductor chips? So semiconductor, often known as the microchips or integrated circuit, is a material with electrical conductivity that falls between the conductor and the insulator. So they are the fundamental building blocks of our digital world. So almost anything with an on-off switch, except for the most simple light, will have at least one, or in some cases, 100 of semiconductor inside. So generally, electrical products, they have semiconductor. So back in time, 1947, a transistor, a kind of semiconductor successfully invented by Shockley at Bell Labs in New Jersey, which laid the foundation for the modern digital world. So within the semiconductor industry, there are companies that design, manufacture chips that are called fabless. So foundry is the facilities that produces silicon wafers and also semiconductor chips. Another industry is integrated device manufacturer, which handle both the design and the production of the chips in-house. So outsource semiconductor assembly and test, they will specialize in providing third-party packaging and also testing services for the semiconductor manufacturer. So why are they important? So this is because of their ubiquitous range of application. The impact of semiconductor is felt across a wide spectrum of the product that touch every aspect of our life. Smartphone, computer, medical equipment, transportation system, industrial machinery. These are just a few examples of the countless devices reliant on semiconductor. If you can see from the chart, in 2022, the largest demand for the semiconductor actually come from the communication. This is because semiconductor are the heart of the device like smartphone, tablets, and also computer. So they power the processors, memory, and other critical components that make these devices function. The miniaturization and also efficiency of the semiconductor have also enabled the creation of the powerful and compact devices that make our technology more accessible and portable. Moving on, semiconductor is also very important because they contribute to the economic growth. So according to a report by the McKinsey, they have actually projected the semiconductor market is expected to reach about 1 trillion in value by 2030. So semiconductor is also very important because they are the second most profitable industry in the world. The semiconductor industry has a significant economic multiplier. So investment are projected to increase its current contribution to GDP threefold within 6 years. So the employer multiplier is also very strong. For every job created within the semiconductor industry, over 5 additional jobs are expected to be sustained in other industry. So next, semiconductor is also enabling the emerging technology. So we are already seeing and using AI-boosted computing in the healthcare sector for doctors to reduce errors and also improve patient outcome. So in recent years, climate change, a significant sustainability issue, has already impacted human health through air pollution, extreme weather events, food shortages, and also water stress. Hence, I think the semiconductor industry has played a growing role in advancing and addressing sustainability issues across various sectors. So, according to the research by PwC, using AI for environmental application would reduce about 1.4% to 4% of global GHG emission. So, if you can see from the slide as well, PwC also outlined that 4 key sectors, which are agriculture, energy, sustainable transportation, and also water, account for about 3/5 of GHG emission. So apply the AI across this sector could actually help to mitigate the environmental challenges. For example, for sustainable energy, AI has actually helped to drive the energy sector through intelligent grid system. They use advanced forecasting to better manage the supply and demand of energy and better to improve the effectiveness of the renewable energy solution. So what are the factors that cause the global semiconductor chip shortage? The global chip shortage, also known as the semiconductor shortage, is an event that affects the semiconductor industry when the supply of the chips is not sufficient to meet the demand. These unpredictable disruptions have resulted in a significant shortage of the consumer good, and there are many factors that contributed to the global semiconductor chip shortage would eventually create a snowball effect. So, if you can see from the slide, this is the timeline that describes the causes of the global semiconductor shortage. So in 2018 and 2019, the US, China, and Japan-Korea trade war have caused the significant market turbulence, raising concern for the chip makers over the effect of the geopolitical conflict had on their manufacturing and also their distribution. So both trade war also lead to the increase of the pricing and also contributed to the constraint of the raw material. Moving on to 2020, no industry has been immune to COVID-19 implication, and the semiconductor industry was no different. So the revenue projection of the semiconductor industry has been overall decreased by 55 billion in 2020 during the peak of the pandemic. Moving on to 2021, Taiwan, which is the leading producer of the chips and has experienced a severe drought in the summer of 2021, which affected the output due to the lack of available ultra pure water that is needed to clean the silicon wafer used in their microprocessors. In 2022, neon is very crucial for the laser used in making computer chips, where Ukraine, the two main suppliers, produced around half of the world neon. So when Russia invaded Ukraine, this supplier had to shut down, which caused even more disruption in the chip supply chain. So other factors such as the lack of skilled engineers is also one of the issue. Even as efforts are made to open up the new semiconductor fabs, a lack of skilled engineers may mean that many of the jobs created won't be filled. So according to the new data from the Semiconductor Industry Association, the industry is projected to grow by more than 115,000 jobs by 2030, with 67,000 jobs at risk of being unfulfilled. So also, I think on-the-job training requires a high level of education, typically a master's degree or higher. So other factors such as unexpected demand, rollout of 5G, that caused a massive number of the demand of the radio frequency of the semiconductor chips, which similar to those used in car. So this overlap means that as 5G expand in the coming year, the car manufacturer could also face a continuous chip shortage. Why Taiwan has a critical role in the semiconductor supply chain? This because they are the leading semiconductor manufacturer that is very important in the global semiconductor market because they have set up the wafer fab in Taiwan and also expanded to other countries such as China, Japan, USA, and also Germany. They not only benefit the global economy, such as contributing the labor productivity growth, at the same time would also affect the global economy, such as the supply chain disruption. So Taiwan is also very important because they are the forefront of the semiconductor, where it has a strong in-house R&D capability in produce more advanced product at a very low cost. So, for example, TSMC has always insisted on building a strong in-house R&D capability. They provide the most advanced and also comprehensive portfolio of their dedicated foundry process of technology. So if you can see from the chart, TSMC has actually developed a 3 nanometer most advanced semiconductor chips in the world. Taiwan is also very important because they expand the global pool. So TSMC has actually set up a newcomer training center in the city in Taichung in 2021. So they provide a comprehensive training program to equip the new employee with the necessary skill and also knowledge. So engineers are not only deployed within Taiwan, but also stationed across TSMC global facilities. I think this approach ensures the consistent level of the expertise and also quality across all locations, whether in Taiwan itself or all over the world, such as China, Japan, USA, and other countries. So what are the methods to stabilize the global semiconductor supply chain? I think scaling up the global engineering talent is the most important method, because by establishing international talent mobility program to facilitate the movement of the skilled professional across the border can actually address the talent shortage. For example, expanding the certification bootcamp and also other training program at the community and also technical colleges is also important to address these talent shortages. So by having this, it can also create a semiconductor ecosystem where the company, supplier, educational institution, and research organization can come together to share their experiences. Second, trade liberalization is also important because company from the semiconductor, if there's a free trade liberalization, company from the semiconductor industry can move the goods, equipment, and capital easily across the border of the semiconductor supply chain. So by reducing the trade barriers, the semiconductor around the world can diversify the sourcing of raw material and technology from a wide range of the supplier. This also can attract the foreign direct investment and also foster the development of the infrastructure. The last point is the sustainability and ethical consideration is also important. I think adopt a sustainable practices by using raw material efficiently, optimizing material usage, and also explore the alternative can mitigate the risk of supply shortage. For example, implement a recycling program for their raw material and also adopt a circular economy that can produce some product for longevity and also to ensure the consistency of the supply of the chips. So in conclusion, looking ahead, the world semiconductor trade statistics have projected that annual global sales will grow from 611.2 billion to 687.4 billion. So the semiconductor industry is very crucial due to their ubiquitous range of application, fostering economic growth, and also enable the emerging technology. But however, this industry actually faces a lot of challenges. So addressing the talent shortage is critical to maintain the growth and also innovation. By adopting sustainable practices, the industry can also reduce its environmental impact and mitigate the supply chain shortage. That's all from me. Thank you.